how involved it could be. Like, I guess like I was so immersed in like what happens before you open. You know, we're all raising money, we're all trying to figure things out. And then I wasn't expecting what would happen after you open because like you're just so like laser focused on trying to get to that day. And then when the conversation still continued to happen and we were like physically at the theater, because I'm used to like film, right? Where whether it's me promoting it or producing it, a lot of times after you like after opening weekend, you're done. Like you don't have to think about it as much, and then you move on to the next thing. But here, like as long as it was in the theater, we were continuously like going and going and going, and I actually love that because there was always something happening and there were always conversations and you kind of helped shape how this like living breathing creature that you've birthed through the opening or you help birth, like it's not just like okay you're open you're done, like you have to keep going and you have to keep changing and evolving, which I liked. I love that, like, and especially going to the theater, like I don't even know how many times, like 50 times. But that was such an
17 for me.
I was not
Yeah.
expecting that at
15.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
And I
we're
mean,
the exception, not the norm. So, like, yes, like I agree with you about that. I understand that that's not usually the case, but I loved being as involved as we got to be. Like, there were, yeah, like you said, like there are a lot of events. Like opening night felt like a birthing, but after that, it's not like you could leave the baby. Like we were there every night if we could. We brought people. We tried to race for the yadi. Like I love being part of it all. Was it hard? Yes. But like at the same time, also, like you said, it's a baptism by fire. And I felt super involved. I felt like I was, you know, in some case like a surrogate mom to this project that we all birthed. So yeah, so it's like something to take care of like all the way to the end. Even after we closed, I was still, very involved. I was helping in, perhaps getting a cast album out. More on that another time. But basically, like I looked out to get a cast album out because I look for possible investors because that's like kind of like a missing link in having a show like this. Like we didn't have a cast album and a lot of us are here because of a cast album. Let's talk about how like we're all here because of Miss Saigon in this industry, because Lea Salonga went out there, won a Tony, and everyone was like, hey, I could do that. Like, and a lot of us have not seen Miss Saigon well into our teens, really. So like, and that's because of a cast album. And I wanted to have something like that for the next generation, especially for Filipino, young performers to, you know, listen to that cast album and just imagine what this production is. And then hopefully, there's a path now being carved out for Here Lies Love. It may not necessarily be on Broadway, but, in other places. So
it
for
lives.
sure, we are there to guide it the whole way.
Yeah.